Hey, what's up, family? Hey, today we're back on the Donald Goines. Like I said, we're gonna do them all. And this one here is dealing with this book here, Daddy Cool. His actual name is Larry Jackson, but AKA Daddy Cool. And what this book is about, because you read the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What this book is about is Daddy Cool is basically a hire for hitman.
An assassin.
He's an assassin. But in this book, what it touches on is the stuff that he got to do, but also
Being a father.
Being a father to a little, 15, 16 years old?
16.
It's like a 16-year-old hard-headed daughter, beautiful daughter that just keep going against stuff that he's telling her. He's schooling her with the game, and she's going against it. So we're going to jump right in about the book. So it's...
Oh, please subscribe.
Oh, yeah, of course. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. So we're going to jump right in the book, right? I'll start it off, or you want to start?
You can start off.
Okay. All right, the way it starts off, a.k.a. Larry Jackson, Donald...
Daddy Cool.
Daddy Cool, thank you. Daddy Cool comes home from one of his ventures out doing his assassins, thank you. And as he come home this particular night, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his driveway is like one of them horse-shaped driveways, you know, like you could drive in and drive back out.
Like a U-turn.
Yeah.
U-turn.
So she's at U-turn. so when he go to drive in this time, just as he pulls to his driveway, he's already has a vexation about it. Now y'all know I love to give y'all word of the day. That's gonna be word of the day. Vexation. Vexation could mean a number of things. Frustrated, annoyed,
worried,
or even worried. Thanks. And in this case, he was frustrated. Because as soon as he go to pull in his driveway of his house, he see this car in his U-shaped driveway, and he's like, it's that pimp that be talking to his daughter. Now, I thought that was weird, too, because the pimp was like, he was like 7, 8 years older than his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you got to remember, these are old books from way back in the day. But still, it was like, why are you letting this older guy talk to your daughter? And you know he a pimp, and he know the life, street life. But anyway, so Daddy Cool was laying on the horn, brr, 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 brr. And then he see the guy kissing his daughter in the back of the seat and all this. And so then, so he finally pulls off. And when he pulls off, the daughter walks up the steps. Daddy Cool parks the car. And now, as he's coming up the stairs, the daughter just started being straight up
disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
Yeah, she was showing off though.
Yeah, she's like, Daddy, why you gotta be beeping the horn like that? He was about to move his car. I don't understand. What's your problem? Why you act like you hate him so much anyway? Just going off on it. And then before you know it, Daddy Cool approached her and pow! Like slapped the mess out of her. And that wasn't it. After he slapped her, then when she fell down, he just slapped her a couple more times. And he was like, don't you ever raise your voice to me. Who the hell you think you is? You a 16-year-old little girl. It's 1 o'clock in the goddamn morning. From now on, you get your butt in this house at a respectable time. Because you ain't got no business being out that daggone late anyway. And don't you ever think that you could raise your voice and talk to me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That probably got to you a little bit, that little...
Yeah. Just a little bit.
But she deserved it though. How could she disrespect her father like that?
True. But now, when they go in the house, you know, obviously she tell her mother, Daddy hit me, this and that. And the mother like, why you do this? And now, this where the ball starts to turn. Because early that morning, she had 2 brothers. Like, Daddy Cool's wife had 2 teenage sons, but they not his kids. But he took on the responsibilities of that. Mm-hmm. And now, early in the morning, she packed her bags and was like, I'm leaving.
Didn't she pack her bags that night?
She packed that night, and early in the morning, she left.
Yeah.
And the brothers knew about it. Matter of fact, the one brother, Jimmy...
she definitely did leave at night. Because when he went, I think, in her room to look for her or asked somebody to go get her, she wasn't in the room.
No, it was early in the morning, remember? Because they was eating breakfast. And then he went to go to the room and was like, where's she at?
That's what I'm saying. She left that night.
Oh, okay, got you, right. So and remember the one brother, Jimmy, the younger brother, he was going to tell the father, but then he said, give me $10 and I won't tell. Like, he just was a scumbag. You know what I mean? So anyway, she leaves, and the father was always telling her, don't be with this guy Ronald. He's a pimp. He gonna wind up pimping you and having you like one of these hookers out in the street. But she never want to listen to her father.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep talking. How about you?
No, you were going good.
No, you feel it now.
Basically, he was highly upset. Not even upset wasn't even the word. He was very,
Vexation.
Vexational.
Which means frustrated, annoyed, and
Or,
worried.
Yeah, but I feel like all three of them at the same time because it's like you knew where your sister was going and you didn't tell me.
Oh, Jimmy, the brother, the younger brother.
Yeah, and Jimmy, the old, which one was the one that didn't like him, the older or the younger?
Jimmy, the younger one. He was a pain in the butt.
Yeah, he didn't like
Daddy cool.
Yeah, and I don't get it because he's the one that's providing you a house, clothes on your back, but yeah, you always got something bad to say about him. So they always bumped heads. It was the older one that was
Buddy.
Yeah, him. He really was never an issue. Like he really appreciated everything that was done for him. Because remember, also, he was like he tried to tell his brother like he does everything for us. Why? Like he was trying to talk to him like, yo, why are you doing all this? Like he doesn't have to do all of this to us. Like
yeah, he's not even our biological father.
Exactly.
He do everything for us, and you always being a pain in the butt.
But you never talked about the mother. He never really respected the mom.
Yeah, I don't know why.
He regretted it because he said in the book that when he wished he could turn back time because when he dated her, he was only going for her looks. But when they got married and, eventually he was realizing, like, she's really no brains. Like, it's just all looks with her.
Hey, a lot of y'all out there fall for that. Rather it's woman or man. You get with some guy because he's a pretty boy. And a lot of men, we get with some girl like Daddy Cool just because they pretty. But then you find out she can't cook. She don't clean. She don't take care of responsibility stuff that needs to be taken care of. Now you like, I got those pretty looks, they wear off. I'm telling you, you could be with the most beautifulest person in the world. One day, you're going to wake up and roll over and you're going to look at that beautiful woman. You're going to be like, what the heck am I doing with you?
Yeah, you regretted being with her.
Yeah.
Is it almost like the 20/80 rule?
20/80 rule. You get it. See, people don't get it when they're young, but when you get older, them looks don't mean nothing. Now it's about, do you got my back? You know what I'm saying? Be careful who you get with because do you got my back? Are you a responsible? Can you take care of stuff that I need to be taking care of stuff? Or am I just taking care of stuff for you? And that's why, like you said, he regretted because he was like, she useless. She just had a pretty face. What the heck was I thinking about when I got with her? But anyway. So now I'll jump in some more stuff.
Well, then after that, he told them that they have a week to find her, and if they don't, then they'll get kicked out.
That's right. Yeah, he told the brothers, y'all got to find her. And he said, y'all probably know where she at, but he couldn't prove that they knew. But he just knew something about that younger brother, Jimmy. He never, like you said, they bumped heads. So anyway, he put word out in the street. He had a pool hall where he had this dude, Earl, running the pool hall. He put word out in the pool hall to get all the people in them that knew him, respect him. He said, look, I need to find my daughter. Because now she ran away. He didn't know where she was at. But Ronald had her up in a roach-infested motel. And then next thing you know, they had sex. She had sex with Ronald for the first time. And then he turned her out. And now she was like, I'll do anything for you, this and that. Like a young, naive child would do. And now, being that days went by and he couldn't find his daughter, next you know, he kept getting a call to go do another job. And he kept turning it down because he was so vexed. He had so much vexation going on. Remember, vexation means frustrated, annoyed, and worried. He had so much worry, vexation on his mind that he couldn't concentrate about doing his normal job as an assassin.
Yeah.
And he kept turning jobs down. But eventually he just said, you know what? She made her bed and she gonna sleep in it. So he took a job. And when he took the job, to go do the job, he was staying at some hotel to go kill this dude.
Who was the person? It was just a job. Like, it was
just
nobody.
a job like any job.
Because I was trying to figure out who
why?
was the person
that he had to kill.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, when he went to this job in a whole nother area, he put on a wig, changed his skin color, good disguise so they wouldn't know who he was. He gave the hotel a different name and all this stuff. But
and he always paid cash for the
paid
so
cash.
It wasn't like no traces behind.
Yeah. And the only thing that he went wrong was while he was over there scoping the place out day after day, where the guy stayed in that same hotel. On one particular night where he was going to catch the guy, he was walking through an alley.
He actually did. He killed him. Remember?
No, but before that, he was walking through an alleyway, and all he was doing was dealing with the vexation. The vexation. Remember,
so
frustrated, annoyed, worried.
Yeah, so he was distracted about his daughter the whole time he's supposed to be doing the job, and then he gets jumped in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and he's normally on his game. But being that his vexation, worry. He had so much vexation on his mind, he was letting that, it's like, I'm here to do a job, but he still got his daughter on his mind. And before he know it, these boys snuck up on him and they beat the mess out of him. And even while he was getting beat, he was like, I can't believe I'm slipping. I let this happen to me, man. I'm gonna damn near get killed because I'm worried about my doggone daughter. I got so much vexation about my daughter. But he survived that, and some people helped him up.
Yeah, the 2 black women. They found him in the middle of the street.
Yeah, and they took him back to his hotel, and then he had to heal a couple of days. Now the job took longer than what it was, and then after about a week or so, he healed. He made the hit, but then he came back to town, and when he came back to town, he went to the pool hall, and just as he went to the pool hall that he owned, that Earl runs, he didn't let them know he was there. He was in the back. You remember that?
I remember. Earl was his go-to man.
Yeah.
That was like his number one friend.
Yes.
Because what happened?
Earl was down on his luck.
Earl devoted his life to Daddy Cool because
Earl picked him up when he had nothing.
Yeah, literally nothing. So that was like his go-to man.
And on this day, now he goes back to the pool.
I'm so sorry.
No, go.
You gotta remember, a lot of people was afraid of Earl because of his looks.
Yeah,
he looked kind of
big,
like
tall,
disformed looking guy, so they was very scared of him.
Good point. Exactly. So now, when they go back to the pool hall, Daddy Cool's there, but he didn't let nobody know he's in the back the whole time because he's dealing with so much vexation. Worriness. And what happens? Tiny, Buddy, and Jimmy walks in with all this money, flashing it, being all loud and obnoxious, playing pool, but just extra. And everybody know where they get all this money from. Turns out they did a robbery. They robbed some other deal or whatever. And now that's when Earl said, yo, y'all need to calm down in here, making all this damn noise. And then they got smart with Earl, like, who this nigga think he owned the damn place? And then before you know it, Earl clocked Tiny. And then he told Jimmy, you know what? Both of y'all, I was going to tell y'all later, but you know what? All of y'all get out of here. And when I see your daddy, I'll tell your daddy that I kicked you out of here. And then before you know it, Daddy Cool was like, you ain't got to tell me nothing. I seen everything that happened. And then he said, now I told you boys to find your sister. Now it's been weeks done passed by. Y'all ain't found her yet. And y'all around here prancing around, being all obnoxious and that. He said, you know what? Get out of the hall like he said. And you know what? I thought about just kicking you out here, but now I want you out of the damn house. And he said, especially you, Jimmy. He said, buddy, I expect more from you, but find your sister. And
he gave him the option. He was like, you could go with your brother or you could stay, but I'm not kicking you out.
Yeah, and he said, and Jimmy, because I'm so sick of your nonsense. And Jimmy, all of a sudden, in front of the whole pool hall, he said, why you kicking me out? Worried about your daughter. She out here being a whore, selling herself in front of everybody. And that's when Daddy Cool's like, you son of a... And went to grab him. And he said, you better be lying. He said, I'm not lying. You can even ask Bob over there in the corner.
But he didn't know that was his daughter, though.
Yeah, he said, you can even ask Bob because he slept with her like 3 times already. And he was like, you son of a bitch. And when Daddy Cool looked over at Bob, an old guy that he knew, Bob got all nervous. He said, he better be lying. He better be lying. And that's when Bob went, Daddy Cool, I didn't know it was your daughter. I didn't know. And now he realized. So now Daddy Cool like, so you knew where she was at all this time. You know what, boy? I want you to fuck out of my damn house. And I don't ever, me and you better not never cross paths again. He said, I don't care all the times I had to bail you out of jail or get you out of all the trouble. From now on, you are done with me. And now that leads to, now what happens days later when they run out of money.
Yeah, I was going to say that. They're running out of money. So the dilapidated house, well, that's another good word, dilapidated.
Yeah, broken down, worn down house.
That they was like, they're running out of money. They have an eviction notice on their
Yeah, and they like, we got to come up with some money. So they came up with a plan to rob one of Daddy Cool's friend's house.
And for I think a week and a half, they were just eyeing out the house, like the schedule that lady was going out, like what time she was going out of the house, in and out. And they finally did it. They kept some tracks of what she was doing, so they finally decided to go rob the house.
But here's the part that's crazy. So now they robbed the house. They go in and rob the house. Now it's just supposed to be a robbery. But what happens? It turns from a robbery to
rape.
This little young girl, 12, 14 years old.
Yeah.
Tiny, because Tiny was known for doing that. He did that on other jobs. He raped somebody. So now they did to rob the place, and Tiny over there, he sees a young girl, and now he's raping her.
Yeah.
And after he raped her,
then Jimmy
rapes her. Remember the hard head. And now And now it's like, yo, see, this
And what
one.
was more disgusting is that he was raping her in front of the mother.
Oh yeah, right in front of
and
the
the guy, the black
bodyguard.
guy, yeah, the bodyguard.
He was tied up.
So they couldn't really help at all. So
And see, this is the type of behavior that happens a lot. This was called guilt by association. So even if they didn't later on get
she
killed,
was gang raped basically.
yeah. So even if they didn't get killed later on in the book or in real life, this type of stuff happened. This goes to show this is like guilt by association. So imagine later on they go to court. Buddy didn't rape the girl.
But he was there. He was allowing it because he didn't do anything.
Yeah, so you're going to be just as guilty. So that's why you got to be careful with who you call your friends and who you go out and do a job on, rather positive or negative. In this case, negative. Because when you're doing a job, there's always going to be knuckleheads. Joker show up late. Joker got excuses. Joker going against the plan. In this case, Tiny and Buddy went against the plan. Mm-hmm. We here to rob the place. Why are you over here raping people? And that took it up to a whole nother level. So now they rape, they rob, and now when the father of that girl come home and finds that what them dummies didn't know, it was a hidden camera in the house all along.
He said that they were hitting cameras, so there was more than one camera, I believe.
So it's all on videotape, and he called Daddy Cool to do the job.
Because he knew exactly who they were.
And he told Daddy Cool, he said, "Listen, I need you to do a job for me."
No, at first he didn't tell them who it was. He wanted him to watch the video.
Yeah, he said, "I want you to watch the video, and I'm not gonna say nothing, but I need you to do a job." And when Daddy Cool seen the video, because that little girl was like his daughter too.
Yeah.
Remember, he helped raise that little girl, and so when he seen his two stepsons on the video, he knew right there, I'm gonna kill these jokers. I'm gonna kill these jokers. See, so once again, we got now. Look how much vexation he dealing with again. This had him really frustrated. You know, really annoyed. These are my stepsons that embarrassed me like this. And so, sure enough.
It kind of put him in a hard place because it's like, you have to kill your wife's kids. So it's like.
Yo, that is crazy. You're right.
That was
How do you know, I got to kill my wife's two sons. But when it came down to it, when he approached them, when the hotel.
No, he didn't approach them. He stopped. He knew what house that they were in. So, wait, are we going to get to that level?
Yeah, you're right there.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't know if we were finishing it. So he found out where they were living, and he never said in the beginning how well he is with knives.
Oh yeah, that was a specialty.
He never really uses guns or anything to kill people. He uses guns.
Knives.
Knives. Even he taught his daughter how to use knives.
Yeah, she was good with them too.
Yeah. So he killed them slow. He killed Tiny first.
Yeah.
With the knife, swift.
As soon as he opened up the door, he walked away like.
Yeah, Jimmy didn't think that he was gonna kill him, but when he saw him kill Tiny, he's like, "Oh my God, I'm really gonna die."
And he seen the gun. Jimmy was like, "Yeah, go ahead and try to reach for it.
And
then try to reach for
it." He killed Jimmy, but he let Buddy go. But he gave him a talk or something.
Well, he gave him a stern. He gave him an ultimatum. He said, "Listen, I'm gonna leave you alive. What that man do to you, that's up to you." But he said, "How much money did y'all steal from this guy?" He said, "I suggest you take that money and you better disappear. You better not contact.
Don't call your mom.
Don't call your mother. Don't contact her. Nothing. Now, I'm giving you a pass because you never gave me a hard time.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have been with them damn fools, even though that was your brother. They raped that girl and you was right there with them and you never stopped them." And then, like he said, "So I'm giving you a pass. So you better disappear. But if that man finds you, I don't know where you are. Don't contact me, your mother, nobody. If he finds you, that's on you, on him, what he does to you. Because I'm letting you know, oh, he's looking for you. I was sent to kill you. So you better get ghosts." That's kind of tough right there. Like, knowing that this man killed my brother right in front of me, but you know your brother's no good. Yeah. And then you say, I can contact my mother now. I got to just disappear.
You can't let your mother know where you're going.
Yeah, but then later, there's another crucial part of the book. When Daddy Cool did find out that his daughter was prostituting, and it was her birthday, and Ronald didn't give her a birthday gift or nothing. And then Daddy Cool seen her on the street, and he pulled up.
Are we gonna bring up the cop situation?
Yeah, you could. Remember, he pulled up though, right? And she jumped in the car looking for a John, as they call him. But when she looked at the driver, it was her father, and now she felt embarrassed. And her head just fell on her chin. And he said, "Nah, baby, I didn't come to embarrass you.
I didn't come to lecture you.
I didn't come to lecture you or nothing." He said, "Today your birthday. And I just wanted to wish you happy birthday." See, the thing that I love about that is that young girls like that just don't realize you got a father that's very callous, very, hard, cold-hearted killer. But he has a very special spot in his heart for you. And that happens a lot of time in the world. You know, you may have a father that he is tough with everything you see him do, but he loves the mess out of you. So don't abuse that. And she kept going against everything he said. And then, you know, like you said, the cop thing. When the cops seen them two in the car,
they thought that wasn't his daughter.
They was a prostitute.
But they literally have each other's face. Like, that literally could be like, yo, that is her daughter.
And racist white cop kept being like, no, there's prostitution. And the black cop and other cops like, man, it's obvious as hell. You could look at her and look at him. They look identical. Man, I don't want to do that paperwork. Nah, man. You should let them go. That's not no prostitute. You could see they related.
Yeah.
But the racist cop kept like, no, I'm taking down prostitution. Even though she was a prostitute, but what was going on was not prostitution.
Nothing at all of that.
But yeah, so, anything else?
I really didn't like the ending.
The ending pisses me off with Donald Goines.
The ending was so horrible.
Yo, man.
I'm not saying that for y'all not to read it, but it's just...
Oh, my God.
I was so mad.
We ain't going to tell y'all the ending.
Mind you, he was rushing me to read this book.
But this is what I will say about a lot of Donald Goines books. This guy is such a great writer. He really puts you there. You feel like you did. In all his books, they are great writes. Like, this guy is incredible. But the way he ends his books, it really always made me say, this guy sold his soul to whatever publishing company. Because it's like, why do your books always end in such a miserable way? Like, dude, what the hell?
You didn't mention the part when Daddy Cool gave her that $2,000 and then her dumb self gave that money to Ronald.
To Ronald, the pimp.
Oh my God, you're just so stupid.
Yeah, good book though, right?
Yeah, until the ending. Oh my God, and then Earl died when they shot him.
Earl went after Ronald.
Yeah, man.
He knew, yo, you.
No, Earl snapped his neck.
Yeah,
oh
Earl was a big strong dude.
He
yeah,
was.
Yeah. So like I said, we ain't give y'all the ending. Just get the book. You get these books, they're really cheap. You go on the internet and find all of them. That's what I did. I think I bought like the whole collection. I think it's like 16 books. Each one was something like $3 a piece. They're great keeps, yo. They lovely, great keeps. Subscribe, share, like, and comment, and we'll get more positive videos out to you. Like I said, we're gonna do all the Donald Goines books. I think we did about 5 or 6 so far, and we'll get the rest out to you. And on that note, remember the word of the day was vexation, which means frustrated, annoyed, and worried. Peace.